And the Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that...
He's going to go for a big one. Brings it down on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They're going back to the ground. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. And into the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
So Cincinnati's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Royer. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Sorsby. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. He's got it. First down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Bearcats are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Allen. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Looking for the time of the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Snags it over the middle.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Rush is on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskers will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had it much better field position this time around. All wideouts, no backs. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Royer. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Bearcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shows him the stiff arm. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down with this offense to set up first and goal from the 9.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. He's got it on the run. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
ball game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. Oh, what a cut! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on him.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first.
He's loose. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Huskers are marching down the field. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Touchdown, Nebraska. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the first half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the first half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
And the Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Royer. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Bearcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grabs it in the middle. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off play action on first down. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time he's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds his man. It's Hunter. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ernie on the Jets. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The give out of the gun. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that...
He's got it at the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now in that big play to the 29. And the Bearcats are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Touchdown Bearcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll give it to Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grab near the marker. It's Hunter. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. Sets up the screen. There he goes. turning it on. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
They boot it away on fourth down. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Rayola. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This time he's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Back to throw, it's Rayola. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off play action. Finds his tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. A strike downfield. Lots of running room. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Husker! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it down the left side. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate. A fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Nippert Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the...
Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this. That QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Caught over the middle, it's Pryor. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The handoff to Johnson. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when you catch a big fella.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the air, it's Rayola. Got it in the middle, it's Markway. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Markway. And he's almost to that 1st down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Huskers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Slithers into space. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play call.
It's a seam wide open. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. It's as if every play call with this guy you've got the play is called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy's fun to watch.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds a tight end. Can't get him to the ground. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So,
oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job and contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense a down. Instead, they'll replay it. The Cornhuskers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And they've regained the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to pass, it's Sorsby. Fires to the big fella. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Allen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has one stop.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the third sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive results.
Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And his first throw here is incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Markway. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver to the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Pressure. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Quick timeout called by the defense stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw again. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the 2-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll run the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a halted in the first down and more. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art.
Oh, a lot of space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the player. As you come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA